I am currently in Banja Luka, the capital of Republika Srpska. It really is impossible to find a flag of Bosnia in this city. And you, Bosnia?
Republika Srpska, 50-50.
Look at this canyon, this is wow. I hadn't seen this in a while. What? For me? Oh? So you guys are Croats?
Yeah.
And this is Mostar. Welcome to Mostar. My first sight of the morning. Great. Anyway, time to explore the city for real this time. This is the river Neretva that passes through Mostar. Pretty nice, isn't it? But the other side is even nicer. Wait, can I cross? Can I cross this road, please? This is the old bridge of Mostar. Maybe the most famous landmark, not only of the city, but of the whole country. I mean, if you write Bosnia into Google, this will probably be the first result. I think I found the best spot to see the bridge. Look at it from here. I mean, I do get the appeal. It is very pretty, but it's funny because, I mean, so far in Bosnia, I've been here for like 2.5 days, and I don't think I've seen a single tourist. And here, look at the top of the bridge. There are so many people there. They're even doing boat tours here, full of cafes around the bridge. And yeah, so this is the very touristic part of Bosnia, unlike everything I've been to before. And that's really not something you can experience everywhere. You know, this is a very, very much European city. I mean, looks totally European, and yet you hear the Muslim chants, the Muslim calls for prayer, you know. And I mean, you can only see that in Bosnia, maybe in Albania as well, but you know, that's it. A Muslim European country, and yeah, this is Bosnia, especially here in Mostar, because about half the population is actually Bosniak. Now that's one of the big things about Bosnia that I think is not so great. I was talking about it with one of the drivers yesterday. Now there are Bosniak towns, Serb towns, Croat towns, okay, that's one thing. But I mean, even in a town like Mostar, where there are many Bosniaks and many Croats, they are still divided. So yeah, this whole part, this whole side of the city, this is the Bosniak part, the Muslim part. And yeah, that's where I slept yesterday, and that was pretty terrible because I wanted to find something to eat yesterday night, and it was Eid, so everything was closed. I had to walk 40 minutes to a KFC, and yeah, that was pretty terrible. And on this side, that's the Croat part, so the Catholic part, because I mean, those people, they have, physically they're the same, they speak the same language, they just happen to have a different religion. I mean, that's the only big difference between them. I feel like they should be more united. At least that was the opinion of the guy I spoke to yesterday, and I mean, I think I agree. No reason to be divided between, you know, different areas of the city, different companies, and not to interact much with each other, you know? No reason to. Oh, and they got like a miniature version of the bridge. This is a crooked bridge, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same one, but like much smaller. Good spot for pictures, I guess. And it's very close to the actual bridge, which is this way. This is the Mosque of Mostar. Oh, there's way too many people here, I don't like this. Wow, this is a 400-year-old mosque. And am I supposed to buy a ticket? How do I buy a ticket? Anybody working here? No? I mean, guess I'll just go in. Hello? Can I buy a ticket to visit? Yep, okay.
Shoes are okay, pictures are okay.
Okay, nice. Thank you. So this is what a Bosnian mosque looks like. Wait. Oh, this is so tiny. Oh my god. Am I gonna fit with my backpack and all? Yeah, Islam is really fat shaming, not gonna lie.
Hi.
Hi. No, it's not gonna work. I have a backpack and all. I just walk back down, no problem. I can't see anything, man. It is actually so dangerous.
It is your
Yeah.
chance. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. Second try. Thank you. We made it this time. Oh my god, look at this view. And this is so cramped, I barely fit with my backpack. But the view is incredible. There's a second mosque around here. There's another one about here. But that's not all. This way, this is a Serbian Orthodox church. And as you might see, it is in construction. So why is it in construction? Well, actually it was destroyed during the Bosnian War, so over 30 years ago, and they still haven't finished renovating it. As we already established, things in Bosnia go pretty slow. But I mean, it's already cool that they are rebuilding it. Even though Serbs are really a minority here, there are still some of them, so they need their own church, and I mean, this is a nice one, I suppose. Man, there's even more people on that bridge now. This is wild, the most touristic spot in Bosnia. Anyway, it's better to watch the view from here, from the top of the mosque, from the minaret. That's how they call this. First time being on a minaret of a mosque. Okay, time to try and go down now.
But it's worthwhile, my God.
Yeah, it's worthwhile, really. Anyone else going up or no? Okay.
You can quickly go down.
Okay, thank you.
God bless them.
You too, thanks. Hey, excuse me, I have a question for you. You're Muslim, right?
Yes.
So when you do the prayer in the mosque, is it in Arabic or in Bosnian?
Arabic.
Arabic? So you can speak a bit of Arabic or?
We more learn just to the praying.
Just to the prayer, okay.
Example from the Quran.
Yeah?
Yeah. You need to learn some sentences. Example 1.
Oh, okay.
La ilaha illallah. It's enough. You can pray. Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Just
Yeah.
little bit.
But you still have the translation, this is in Bosnian.
Bosnia, yes,
Okay.
It's in Arabic.
Okay, makes
Just you
sense.
need, from all this 600 page, you need to learn a little bit for the prayer, and you can repeat this.
Okay.
Someone who like more, some people know all this.
Okay, yeah.
But some to pray, you need just a little bit in Arabic.
Okay,
and you
makes sense.
Repeat that 5 times a day, and after a few days,
Yeah, then you remember it, yeah.
it's easier.
Okay, makes sense. Well, okay, have a good one. Thanks. Zdravo. Can I look at this? This size?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll take one, please. Oh, thank you. Man, I've been looking for this since day one. And finally found one. Look at this. Woo, big flag of Bosnia. Oh, that's great. I love this. I feel like you don't really need to visit any museum in Mostar because, well, the whole city is kind of an open-air museum. Like, this is a cemetery where, well, the people buried died during the Bosnian War. You know, look at it. This guy was only 23 years old. A lot of those all died 1993, 1995. And they were buried here to the view of everyone, you know. And here you still have buildings like this one that have been destroyed during the war. This one as well. And you know, the whole city is like this. I mean, no, the town center is okay for the most part. Just walk out of it a little bit and you'll see. And there is another flag of Serbia. Hadn't seen one in a bit because, I mean, we are not in Republika Srpska anymore, so this is not the Serbian part. So the flag is there because, well, this is the General Consulate of Serbia. So yeah, this is a very official place. They don't really display flags of Serbia on the streets like it's the case in Republika Srpska, of course. It is different here. And they put this right next to the Orthodox Cathedral, which is right here. Yep. As I told you, still being rebuilt, but it already looks pretty nice. Let's see if we can get inside the Orthodox Cathedral in Bosnia. That would be my first, actually. Oh, they've really put in the work here. And it smells freshly painted, so they probably just finished this. And it looks very beautiful. Wow, and it's so empty, there's nobody here. There's not that many Serbs in town, to be honest. Yeah, you can see they are still working on it. I mean, there are very few decorations on the wall. If you can see, it's extremely white, extremely empty. I don't think those are supposed to be here, but yeah. Am I even allowed to be here? I mean, it looks like some place where I shouldn't be, but like there was no barrier or anything. Yeah, this is definitely in work. I mean, if you come here in like a few, maybe not a few months, maybe a few years, this will probably be completed. I'm really not supposed to be here, am I? This might be my only chance to get at the very top of a cathedral like this, so I'm not missing it. Man, I actually made it to the roof. I can't really go outside this way, I'm not gonna try to force it. That would be a bit too much, but yeah. Look at this. I don't think I'll get another occasion to go this high up in a cathedral. Anyway, Bosnia, I'm being careful. I'm not dumb, but you should put some barriers, some signs, just for, you know, safety precautions, because this is not safe. I think I heard something. Now I just need to visit a Catholic cathedral to complete the Holy Trinity of Bosnia and Herzegovina here in Mostar. And, oh, well, I think that's definitely one, right? This is definitely a Catholic church. Okay, I have to go here next. Yay, we made it to the Catholic Church of Mostar. Man, crossing that town center is a nightmare. Anyway, this is the church. It's a very big one, very nice one. I mean, 50% of the population in Mostar is Croat and Catholic, so it makes sense that they would have a good church here. Can I get in? Can we just take a moment to appreciate the sheer height of this tower? Like, like this is insane. This has no reason to be this tall. Like, come on, why? You're trying to touch the clouds or something? 107 meters at the top. This is crazy. Wait, can I climb? You can climb all the way to this? Can I do that? This has to be the best view in Mostar, right? I mean, even better than the mosque. Is it open? It doesn't seem open. Nope, definitely not open. And I don't think I can get into the church either. I mean, I've been into one yesterday, so not really an issue. I have an idea of what it looks like inside, but I think we still completed the Holy Trinity. We've been to a mosque, we've been to an Orthodox church, and we've been to a Catholic church, so the Holy Trinity is completed. I'm not sure why, but there's like an orange bus here, American looking bus, that looks to be completely abandoned, just in a random square. Looks like someone's been cooking here. There are fridges and everything. Maybe it used to be a cafe for a bit. Oh, definitely not a cafe anymore, but probably used to be one. I don't know, very much abandoned square in Mostar. Oh, snack lounge cafe, Ima Isaac. Well, there goes my answer. This really used to be a cafe. Like, Bosnia is really interesting, you know, if it was any other European city, they would just, you know, remove the place. You know, if it closes, they just take it out. But no, here they just leave stuff as is. It feels a little less pretty, a little more rough and abandoned, but I don't know, I think I kind of like this. And I feel like this place is the best example of that. We are back here at Plaza de España, the Spanish square, with destroyed buildings all around. They were destroyed during the Bosnian War, and they were left as is, which is fascinating. I mean, there are cranes, so they are definitely working on something. But for now, they're still there. I mean, things go slow in Bosnia. I am pretty sure that one day they will be gone. They will be replaced by some new buildings. And you know, the signs of the war that happened 30 years ago will be lost. I mean, the museums will still be there, hopefully. But, you know, seeing those buildings, it allows you to see the damages of the war firsthand. So I'm really glad I made it here while the buildings are still there. By the way, have you ever seen a crane like get to a construction site? Because to me it looks like they just spawned there, you know. I've never seen a crane being transported. I don't know, just a thought I had. But on a more serious note, I just needed to lighten the mood a little bit. But those buildings, they were destroyed during the Bosnian War. The city of Mostar, it was under siege twice during the war, so I think over a year in total it was under siege. So at what point were those buildings destroyed? I don't really know. But I mean, they had all the time in the world to get bombed. Thousands of people died here in Mostar, during the war. It was the Serbs going against the Croats and the Bosniaks, and at some point even the Croats and the Bosniaks fought against each other, so it was really a big civil war in this country. And yeah, I think that also explains a little bit of why the ethnic groups here feel so divided. You know, only 30 years ago they were shooting each other, so yeah, that's not really the best way of befriending your neighbor. I think I might be able to visit one of those buildings. I mean, they're not really museums or anything, but from what I've seen, there is one that is just open and you're allowed to climb it. So let's try to find this one. I think it's this one. It's been graffitied all over. To be fair, the drawings are good. You know, that's great. I mean, when it's full of this is pretty ugly, but you know, the drawings are nice. Oh, and yeah, looks like the door is open. Okay, let's get in quickly. Ah, my backpack. Okay, look at this place. Don't wait for God. Maybe he's waiting for you to help him to help you. Pretty good quote if you ask me. Kinda agree. We got some good philosophy in this destroyed building. Looks like I can just climb the stairs like this. And such a weird place. There are actually people living here. Huh. That was weird. I'm having a friend coming here. But this is such an odd place, right? I mean, there are people just having their coffee. We're in the middle of the city. But here I am in an abandoned building, you know, destroyed by the war. Really intriguing. I hope they understand that I really understand that I don't understand. Yeah, the first one was better, sorry. What on earth is going on here? What is this? Clothes drying? Are you kidding me? Is there anyone living here? Oh my god, that scares me a bit. What are those clothes doing here? One thing I like about Bosnia is that you can just go anywhere. There's no signs, no one to tell you, no, you can't go there. You go anywhere you want, and if you die, well, it's your problem. Oh my god, this is still so high. Can I get to the top? That seems like what used to be a bathroom. Toilets. All the graffiti makers left their paint here. Oh, the hammer and sickle. I didn't expect to see that one. I mean, that's like the communist symbol. Okay, fascinating. And I'm getting close to the top. And I found those stairs here. Smaller stairs. And how many floors have we left? Just have kids playing in the park. You know, just in front of an abandoned building destroyed during the war. This is such an interesting sight. Mostar this way. Thanks, man. I think it's this way as well, to be fair. What on earth is going on here? Oh my god. Someone partied a bit too hard here. Please don't tell me anyone lives here. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to climb this to the top. I'm gonna have to leave my backpack here. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen. I won't stay on top for long, but still. I don't like doing this. Wow, what a place, man. And here, I'm not sure if I want to get in here. That's like an electrical thing, whatever this is called. Yeah, because to be honest, being electrocuted wasn't on my to-do list for today. So I'm not sure about this one. This has to be the best view in all of Mostar. Like, this is crazy. You see the whole city. One of, if not the highest buildings in the whole city. Like, genuinely, look at the height of this building. Thankfully, I don't have a fear of heights, because otherwise I would be scared to death. I know some people that wouldn't climb here. The old bridge is there. It's a bit far from here, but you can still see it. And you can see the mountains around the city, which is absolutely beautiful. This is such a fascinating city. Like, this is really, I don't think there's a word in English for that, a coup de cœur of me. I love this city. This is one of my favorite in the Balkans, if not my favorite, you know, even though this is obviously a sad sight, you know, to know that this building and some other ones around it have been destroyed during the war. But it's fascinating that they're still here today and you can just, you know, climb them and, yeah, experience that by yourself. I guess it is time to climb down now. Oh, my backpack's still there, good. I'm really alone here. I don't know where the guy who entered after me went, but yeah. Anyway, time to climb down. I made it out alive. I was in this building just a minute ago, but I want to end this day in Mostar on a positive note, because, you know, it's all about war, all about destroy buildings and stuff. But there's this statue. A statue of Bruce Lee. So if you want to know the story about this statue, well, the saying is that after the Bosnian War, they wanted to build a statue here in Mostar. But all the ethnic groups, the Bosniaks, the Serbs, the Croats, they just couldn't agree on one person to build a statue of. And someone said, how about Bruce Lee? Everyone agreed, and there we are. Bruce Lee was the personality that united all of Bosnia and Herzegovina. I don't know if this story is true or not, but I think that's beautiful. Man, I got so many intrigued looks from the kids around here, just to get one photo right. Anyway, let's go to the train station. I'm gonna miss the train at this point, so that's gonna be my first experience of the train in Bosnia, so let's go. Mostar railway station, there we are. Let's see if we can get a ticket to the capital of Sarajevo. That would be nice. Zdravo. Can I buy a ticket to Sarajevo?
What?
Yes, today. Okay. Voilà. That is one empty train station. I mean, I think there's only like a couple trains a day, like 2 trains going to Sarajevo, and maybe there's like one other destination, but you know, that's it. Wow, that looks old. That was definitely built during Yugoslavia times. People standing on the tracks like this, you can just sit down here and it's okay. Well, thank you. It was nice meeting you, yeah. See you later. Thanks. Now we need to take the tram somehow. This place is full of taxis. Wow, look at this tower, it's so tall. Okay. Sarajevo is a big city. I mean, it seems like it. There is actually a skyline here. Well, Sarajevo, that's quite the bad first impression. There was supposed to be a tram coming here, and it was supposed to be there like 10 minutes ago, but no, nowhere to be seen. I guess I'm just gonna walk to my hostel. It's a 40 minutes walk, but you know, I can do it. Guys, I don't know why, but I'm starting to think that they have a hard time with technology here. Can you guys reload the page? Do something! What is this? Only in Bosnia. Welcome to Sarajevo. Okay, I didn't choose the right place to show you the beauty of the city, but as you can see, the prayer is going on. This is Eid today, so one of the most sacred days of Islam, and you know, this city is actual Bosniak territory, so most of the people here are Muslims. You know, unlike all of the cities we've been to before, you know, the Croat part of Bosnia, the Serb part of Bosnia, this one is the Bosniak part of Bosnia. Oh, and there's a flag of Palestine with a sign saying genocide. This is interesting. I haven't seen that in basically any other country. Looks like they really support Palestine here. I guess they're united by religion. Man, this is a very crowded place as well. But here you can see a big mosque. And yeah, there's stuff going on. This is a pretty nice city. It has like a kind of a village vibe, even though it's decently big city, not a really big city, but there's like, I think 300, 400,000 people. So, you know, it's still something. Okay, second try at taking the tram, and looks like it's actually there this time. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to board it. The question is, will I be able to cross the road before the tram leaves? That I'm not so sure. No, I missed it. Nah, just kidding, it wasn't the right one. One?
20.
Okay, voila. Well, that tram is not bad at all. You can even pay by card inside. I don't know, it's a bit of a surprise for me because it's like, when you look at the city, when you look at some of the buildings, it looks very old, very much, I don't know, not in a good state, not a very modern city, but you have some things that are very modern. Feels like a city stuck between past and present, if you know what I mean. You look at the train station, looks very old, brutalist style, communist style, and then you look here, and boom! Look at this. This is the most modern buildings I've ever seen. The contrast is crazy. And to get to this building, you have to walk like here, which, I don't know, I think it's funny. But yeah, I have some editing to do, some work to do on my laptop, so I figured, why not do that in the tallest building of Sarajevo? Zdravo. Is there a coffee here?
It's just this 35.
35, okay, thank you. Wow, that's so modern. Man. I'll take a slice of triolada cake, please, and a hot chocolate. Looks like we got even more urbex to do here. Look at those buildings, untouched, completely abandoned. I mean, not necessarily interesting to visit because, I mean, you can see everything from here. There's nothing aside from graffitis. And yeah, this is not the cleanest part of Sarajevo, as you can see here. This is pretty nasty, I'm not gonna lie. So that's what I say, you know, you have both in Sarajevo. You have, you know, the city center, which is very clean, very tidy, and you got places like this as well. So yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna stick around here for too long because I have something to show you. It's an hour and 30 minutes away by walking because there's no public trans. Are you fucking kidding me? I was about to say there's no public transport and I see a bus. I didn't see it on Google Maps. Are you kidding me? Well, I'll see if I can find the bus, or otherwise I'm gonna have to walk. I think I'm gonna walk on the tram tracks because, well, there's no tram going all the way here. This is too dangerous. I'm now in Ilza, something like this. And this is very far from the center of Sarajevo, but still there's a lot going on here, looks like. What do they sell here? Corn cup. So yeah, it looks like a pretty nice neighborhood away from the center. You know, nice place to walk, I suppose. Which is great because I still have an hour of walking to do, so better do it in a good place than just, you know, next to the road. That wasn't great. This is gonna be a bit better. I mean, I guess the message is clear. They really do support Palestine here. So this is one of the things I wanted to show, which is the monument of the revolution. It was built in 1961 by a Serb, actually, but at the time it was Yugoslavia, obviously. And yeah, it's there to commemorate, you know, the Yugoslav revolution during World War II when they pushed away the Axis. And so yeah, this has been here for about 60 years. And now it's just a decoration in this nice little park where, you know, people are living their lives. You know, as I said, it's Eid today for the Bosniaks, for the Muslims. So it's a holiday, so people are enjoying it and going outside. Anyway, that's not the actual place I wanted to go to, so let's get back to walking. Okay, that's a new one, so I still have 45 minutes to walk to my destination. But if you look at the public transports, they are offering me to take a horse. This is the first time I've ever seen this on Google Maps. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, there is my horse. It's not going the right direction, but there it is. Still funny that Google Maps puts it like it's some kind of public transport, but I mean, why not? So no horse, we're gonna have to walk. After taking a little coffee in this shop. Yeah, that's one of the crazy things about Bosnia. This has probably been abandoned for years and years. And they just leave the buildings be. Abandoned hotel, abandoned cafe, and you know, you can just go in, there's no fence or anything. And I sure hope that Wi-Fi is still working. Like, what even is this? Oh, Zigaretten, that's probably like cigarettes, I suppose. And they do smoke a lot here, so makes sense. Zdravo. Can I talk to Marshal Tito, please? What, he's not there? He's on vacation? Okay, I think I know where he is. He must be in his villa. I'm gonna go find him because I have something to say to him. Tito! Tito! Marshal! Come down here! Come down here and confront me! Come here! Okay, I'm cutting the acting. I'm very bad at this. Anyway, this is not a joke, this is actually Tito's villa. I mean, one of many of Tito's villa that he had around former Yugoslavia. This is Villa Stojevac. This was his residence whenever he came to Sarajevo. The leader of Yugoslavia actually lived here. This park here, that's where, you know, all the communist leaders, they had their meetings there. They just reunited there and, you know, chilled there. I mean, it's a nice place. I mean, it used to be a pretty big house. You know, it even continues there and there, I guess. You know, he really had villas all around Yugoslavia. Unlike his citizens, he didn't have any housing problem. And I actually walked 2 hours just to see this place. I don't know if this was worth it, because there's not much remaining of it, but there's a lot of things to see about Tito, like in all of the ex-Yugoslavian republics. Like there's this bunker, for example, in Bosnia, but I didn't see it. Oh, I wanted to see at least one thing, and there it is. Obviously, it's been graffitied to death. People have come here many, many times, and there's nothing left aside from the walls. Was it maybe a garage or something? And it's in such a bad state that, I mean, I can't even start to figure out which room was there or, you know, what happened there. This looks like a bathroom wall. So maybe Tito actually went to the toilets here. And I wonder if he washed his hands after leaving. But yeah, I'm inside Tito's house. And once again with Bosnia, it's interesting, they just leave stuff as is. I mean, they could destroy it and build something else, or they could turn it into some kind of museum, you know. I think that would attract some people, but no, they just leave it as is. I think it's interesting to some extent. Of course, I'd like to see more. I'd like to know, like, where am I standing right now? What happened here precisely? So yeah, that's how it works in Bosnia. When you see a historic site like this, you just have to use your imagination. So yeah, that was Tito's villa, and yeah, I actually took my time a little too much today. The sun is already setting, and I have another place I want to go to today, so I'm gonna try to go there fast, even though I can't really because there's no transport to go there, so I'm gonna have to walk an hour, maybe 2 hours to get there. So yeah, let's go! Woo! We got some free fireworks! Yeah, I don't think these guys are really good at fireworks, I'm not gonna lie. And there's something I'm not gonna see much of during this trip. This is the airport of Sarajevo. Of course I'm not getting in. Who even takes flights here? Like, who needs to take flights to travel the world? I know I don't. The thing is, when you do that, you have to walk hours and hours on end, like what I'm doing. I mean, I'd still have to do that if I was flying. It doesn't change much, but yeah. This is a bit painful because my shoes are done for, and I still have an hour to walk to get to, you'll see where. Woo! I made it after 2 hours of walking. Anyway, this is the end of Sarajevo. Is it really the end? Are we actually leaving Sarajevo? Well, technically we are, but the thing is, we are entering Republika Srpska again, and in the city of East Sarajevo, the city of 157,000 Serbs who had to leave Sarajevo. So yeah, this is still kind of Sarajevo without being Sarajevo. This is the eastern part of Sarajevo, which, by the way, is not in the east. It's more like southwest, if anything, but they call it like that. And this is the Serbian part of Sarajevo. As I said, Bosnia is a very divided country. This is a prime example of that. The Serbs don't live among the Bosniaks in Sarajevo. You know, Republika Srpska, it actually has two different parts. The first one being the one where we were a few days ago with Banja Luka, Čipovo, and the other part is, well, here. It starts here and it keeps going until the border with Serbia. Actually, it connects to Serbia directly. I want to see if it's different in some ways from the city of Sarajevo, and the main reason is that I want to drink rakia. A trip to Bosnia isn't completed if you haven't drunk any rakia. One thing is that the shops are actually open here because they don't give a damn about Eid here, they're not Muslims. And we got a lot of buildings in construction, not destroyed, not abandoned, actually in construction. Looks like they're even getting a new supermarket here, so this neighborhood, this municipality, this city, whatever you want to call it, looks like it's actually growing. I mean, it has only really been a thing after the breakup of Yugoslavia. There are probably some things here, but you know, it wasn't as populated as it is now because the Serbs, they had to move from the old town of Sarajevo to here. Well, most likely because of the Bosnian War, I mean, I assume. I guess it's one of the rare cities in the Balkans that's actually growing and gaining population, so they actually need to build, you know, more buildings and stuff. Like, really, this is full of that. All this district, all this neighborhood is made of newer buildings. That's very different from what you usually see in like those kind of towns. And there goes the flag of Republika Srpska. Still not to be confused with the flag of Russia. I would bet all my cash that we're not gonna see a single flag of Bosnia here. So yeah, we got the pubs, the restaurants, the shops are there. I mean, there's everything you would have in a city center, except the city center itself. Like, this is just a giant parking lot. That's all we got here. This is quite an interesting place because people actually hang out here. It's not just like a residential neighborhood, you know. The Serbs that live here, I think they very rarely go to the old city of Sarajevo. They stay here, that's where they live. And at least they got one statue, I guess. Better than nothing. Oh, and they got an Irish pub. I could go there, but not sure they have rakia there. So yeah, they got their own everything, their own schools, their own, you know, playgrounds. You can play basketball here, you can play football. I wonder if they have like tennis grounds somewhere, because their national hero is Djokovic, right? They even have their own university. Like, the Serbs study between themselves, and I guess the Bosniaks study between themselves, and the Croats as well. I mean, that doesn't sound great to me, to have a country work like this, but you know, this is Bosnia, this is how it works. But let me give you another fun fact. There is no bus coming from Sarajevo to East Sarajevo. That doesn't exist. You know, you can come close to the border, which is not really a border, but you know what I mean. And then you have to walk. And if you want to go somewhere else in Republika Srpska, well, there's a bus station here. So you have to take the bus here. The buses in central Sarajevo, they won't take you to Republika Srpska. And the trains, same thing. You have trains in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and you have trains in Republika Srpska, but they don't connect to each other. There's no physical border, but it feels like it. It has the feeling of two different countries. Anyway, I've been yapping way too much, so I need a drink now. A drink and some food, so let's go and find a place. Cheers. Zdravo everyone! Today this is my last day in Sarajevo and my last day in Bosnia, and I am going to take this cable car here to go up the mountains there. Even though it's a little bit expensive, it's 15 euros for a return ticket, but I'm still gonna do it because there's one thing that I really want to see that has been like on my to-do list in Bosnia for as long as I've been playing this trip. So yeah, I'm just gonna eat the cost and go there anyway. So let's go!
Go ahead, no worries.
Okay, thanks. Good. Well, everyone wants to be alone in their cabin, so I guess I'm alone as well. That's nice. And the city looks pretty nice from here. I think the viewpoint is better here than from the tower that is here. I don't know, you have a better view of the city center here and it looks prettier. Wow, look at this. We are at the top of the mountain and it is snowy here. It's probably gonna be pretty cold, but you know, that's the price to pay. Plus the 30 marks, but you know, that's the other price to pay. So as I told you, I really came to this mountain for one reason, and here's a good hint. You'll see. So yeah, that was a pretty big hint. You most likely have already guessed. So let's get to the chase. What is this? In 1984, the Winter Olympics were held in, well, I was about to say Bosnia, but more like the country of Yugoslavia, and specifically here in Sarajevo. And what I'm currently walking on is the bobsleigh track. You know, bobsleigh is this sport where people are in a sled and they have to glide down those icy tracks, well, such as the one I'm currently walking on, and it's... So yeah, this is the actual bobsleigh track that was used 40 years ago in the Olympics. I have to be very careful while walking, completely legal by the way, because as I said countless times in Bosnia, they just leave things like this as is. You know, they don't destroy them, they don't replace them. You know, it's even kind of a touristic spot here. Maybe you can even play it if you bring your own sled, but I don't know, I wouldn't risk that. I mean, those tracks haven't been maintained for 40 years, so yeah. So yeah, it's hard to imagine that this whole place was on TV, you know, everyone was watching that at the time. And it was a big event in Yugoslavia because it was the first ever Winter Olympics held in a communist country, you know. And it was the only one up until 2022, very recently, in China. But 4 years before, in 1980, they had already held the Summer Olympic Games in Moscow, in former USSR. And that wasn't very long until they all collapsed. But yeah, there was a period like this where they were more open to the world. You can imagine athletes from all over the world competing on those tracks. Man, when does this end? I mean, with the sled probably takes like 1 minute for professional athletes, but you know, by foot it takes a while. It's actually a pretty long track. Bosnia, Sarajevo. You can imagine probably spectators on the top of this bridge watching the athletes glide down here. I mean, I don't really get it because I thought they could only go down, but now it's going up here. So I don't really get it. How does this sport work? Oh, and we got this as well. I figured this used to be some kind of observatory. Why was it abandoned though? No clue, but yeah, there are so many abandoned things on this mountain. Like if you go this way up the mountain, you get tunnels from Second World War, some things that barely anyone knows about, but I mean, I don't really have time to explore all of it, sadly. But yeah, that's an activity to do here in Bosnia. And this one is not in a good state. I wonder if I can still climb the stairs. You know, those stairs they built like in the Yugoslavia times, seems like they're always very solid, which is great. Good job, Yugoslavia. And I made it to the top and we actually have a very solid view here. Like, look at this. You know, you can see not only the city center, but you can also see, you know, the outer districts with like the tall buildings, the skyline. You know, this is the tower I was on yesterday. I think those buildings here, I think that's East Sarajevo, right? I mean, you can see they have a very different style. It's basically only residential buildings. That's what we saw yesterday. Okay, this point of view is even better than from the cable car, to be honest. This is great. Well, had a good time in Trebević mountain. I'd almost say that it was worth the 15 bucks to come here. Almost. Anyway, time to go back down to the old city. And the award for the best bridge in Bosnia goes to... Well, not Sarajevo, obviously. This is the best bridge in Sarajevo, apparently. It looks nice, but I mean, doesn't even compare to the old bridge in Mostar. And it's funny because this canal, can you even call this a canal? Because the water is so shallow, you can't navigate on that, like, obviously. Interesting thing, I've never really seen that in any other city. And I'm not sure what the point is. You can't even go for a swim on this. Well, as you can see, that thing is massive. And well, it's the largest mosque in Bosnia. And one of the oldest in the whole Balkans. I'll let you guess who built it. Do I really need to say it? Obviously, it's the Ottoman Empire. They built everything, they even brought Islam here. They're Muslims because of the Ottomans, basically. So yeah, that's a 500 years old mosque here in Sarajevo. You know, it must be nice living in, you know, one of those houses on the mountains. Like, there are pretty small houses, not like the big buildings in East Sarajevo. I wonder how the real estate market is here. Oh, and there's even a big castle here. The thing is, I heard that Sarajevo is one of the most polluted cities in the world, you know, just because it's like in a basin between the mountains, and that makes it very polluted. But I mean, I didn't really get the feeling at all when I was there, but apparently that's what the data says, so you can't really contradict the data, can you? The last thing I want to show you is this eternal flame. So yeah, it's another one of these flames. There are a lot of them in many cities, but it's to commemorate the people that died during World War II. So this one is not about the Bosnian War, but I can tell you there are many museums about the Bosnian War and its victims, and also the genocide that happened in Srebrenica. I talked about it in the last one. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna end this video about Bosnia. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me touring around Bosnia, because I sure did enjoy visiting Bosnia. Like, this is really one of my favorite countries in a weird way, because is this a very functioning country? Probably not. It's a very flawed country. There are many things that, I don't know, could probably be improved. Some things are very evolved, and some things are like the same way they were during the times of Yugoslavia. Anyway, I have a bus to take now, so in the next one, I'm gonna visit not only a new country, but actually a new continent. So I hope you will continue following, because obviously I'm on this very long mission all the way to New Zealand without flying, and this is just the beginning, you know, this part in Europe, that's just a tiny fraction of the whole journey that's in front of me. So I hope you guys will keep following that, and until then, I will catch you on the next one. Cheers.